Hey, welcome to EP's Buyer's Guides. I am in the gaming stadium. I've been talking about them all year. They've been a great partner of ours, sponsoring the Rundown for many, many months, and I'm very grateful. And I thought, you know, it'd be cool to do these Buyer's Guides in the actual space that I've been talking about. All kinds of great tournaments happening here, also online. If you're in the Vancouver area or you want to get online and play against other players, you got to check them out at the gaming stadium. They are tgs.gg. All right, let's get talking about some family-friendly games for the holidays out there. Now, these are games that you can buy for a multitude of platforms, and I'm going to start with the brand new Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl. These have just come out. They are based on 2006 Nintendo DS games, but they've been modernized with a bunch of different improvements, like you'll actually have Pokemon follow you as you're cruising around. The graphics are definitely evocative of the classic Pokemon stuff. It's all top-down, overhead, and super cutesy, chibi, big head style. And it's familiar type of gameplay as well. This isn't like the brand new, massive open-world 3D experience that the next Pokemon game is going to be. This is kind of harkening back to the glory days of Pokemon, using the 4th generation characters that you're going to go out and collect, but there's some modernized little touches in there, some cool ways for you to connect with other players and to customize your character. You can put stickers on the Pokeball, and you can have them compete in little singing and dancing competitions and stuff. Now, obviously, this is a kid-friendly franchise. The games are exclusive to the Nintendo Switch, and if you want to collect them all, you got to play with other people, so you can share all this stuff, or you buy both games. But this is going to win over a lot of Pokemon fanatics over the holiday season, and if it's not already on your list for the Switch, it probably should be. Another great game for the family, and this is available on a bunch of different platforms, is called Chicory, A Colorful Tale. This is an indie game. I've generally tried to talk about games that cost a little more and are a little bit bigger budget, but this is such a beautiful game. This is a game where you're bringing color back to the world. You have this ability, much like Okami and other games that play with this blob, you have this ability to kind of paint the environments and even some of the characters that you interact with. You wander around and you get sent out on different adventures. You basically have the control of this magic paintbrush, and everybody's kind of looking to you to kind of solve their problems and figure things out. It's a very kind of zen and relaxing experience, and it's really addictive to just customize the world around you. It's basically you're playing like a Zelda type experience as if it was crafted in a coloring book. Oh, look at this. Why didn't I do this before? I have incandescent or iridescent. What's the correct terminology? Paint. I have glow-in-the-dark paint. It's such a great idea, and I was so charmed when I streamed that I am happy to include it as one of the choices for a great family-friendly title this holiday season. I've already talked about It Takes Two in the PlayStation 5 Holiday Buyer's Guide, but it has to be on this list as well. It's absolutely a family-friendly game. There are some somewhat controversial, heavy topics in there because you're dealing with two toy characters that are based on a couple of parents that are divorcing and the ramifications that exist within the family dynamic.
They have to stay together.
Gotta work overtime.
You can't just give up. I wish you could be friends again.
And there's some heavy commentary around relationships and stuff, but apart from all that, there's a purity to the experience and there's a heartfelt quality to the experience, but it's just tremendously fun. That's what's so impressive about this game. Hazel Light Studios did something really remarkable here. It's just like beat after beat after beat. Everything is kind of shifted and changed for you. The mechanics are constantly keeping you on your toes and keeping you surprised. We don't get a lot of games like this, maybe from Nintendo and Insomniac and stuff like that, but this is a rarity where you've got a story-based action-adventure game that is just constantly giving you surprise. And the best part about it is you're going to be playing it with somebody else and talking about those surprises all the way along. It's a terrific game and absolutely should be on the family-friendly list that you're putting together for the holidays. A really wonderful surprise that I got for the PlayStation 5. It's also available for the PC, and I think it might end up coming to other platforms down the road, is Kenna Bridge of Spirits.
Hi.
This is a game that deals with transition, from life to death, and there's some darkness to the game, but it's very Fable-like. It's very much like an animated film. You can see the quality of the animation and the characterization is just unbelievable. It's a beautiful experience. Again, it's very heartfelt, and the music, swells in wonderful ways, and the puzzles and the mechanics are really, really well tuned. It's from a studio that's just kind of making a name for themselves, and this is one of their big debut products in the gaming space called Ember Lab, and they really killed it. This is a wonderful game that, harkens back to maybe some early Rare stuff and some of the stuff that we've seen from companies like Sucker Punch and Insomniac, some of the best in the business. So it's really amazing the maturity that we're seeing in the design and not just, the animation and the visuals and stuff, but just the gameplay design and all that stuff. It's really compelling, really addictive, really well crafted, and it's family friendly. And since I've already name dropped Insomniac, we got to talk about Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. This is a game where you get to play as two different Lombaxes. You get to play as Ratchet and Rivet, and you are jumping back and forth in between all of these realities. It will make your head spin how beautiful this game is, how wonderfully produced and incredibly overwhelming the game is. I mean, it's filled with all kinds of gameplay variety, but it's just peerless production quality.
What do you want, Nefarious?
We're going to a dimension where I always win!
Gorgeous sound, gorgeous music, incredible acting, and that patented Insomniac imagination all the way through. I don't know if it's my favorite Ratchet & Clank game because they've made a lot of good ones, but it is one of the best games that you can pick up for the PlayStation 5. It is also exclusive to PlayStation 5, and I know that is a machine that not everybody can pick up these days, so that might disqualify it from being on your family-friendly list, but man, this is an incredible game, and if you are shopping for a PlayStation 5 owner that doesn't have this is a can't miss. It's family friendly, but it's definitely all ages fun. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for this Holiday Buyer's Guide vid, but I've got videos for Xbox players, Nintendo Switch players, PlayStation players, PC players, and I've got lots of great suggestions for you, so make sure you're watching all of those. Thank you again to the Gaming Stadium for having me out for this week's worth of shows. Very appreciated. We'll see you soon, and until then, play forever.